Hi, I'm Karen from Accountants Desktop. This video will demonstrate our tax money workbook, which for non-subscribers is available for purchase as a standalone calculation. You can view any specific part of this video by using the links below to jump straight to that section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up below and don't miss any of our future videos by clicking on the subscribe button. Cash flow management is the lifeblood of any business, regardless of its size or industry. Without effective cash flow management, businesses can quickly find themselves in financial distress, unable to pay suppliers, employees, or even cover operational costs. Tax payments are non-negotiable financial commitments that form a significant part of cash flow. Failing to plan for tax obligations can lead to cash shortfalls, late payment penalties, unnecessary stress, and ultimately business closure. A recent CreditorWatch analysis found that 33% of businesses with tax debts that exceeded $100,000 had become insolvent or had voluntarily closed over the past 12 months. Many of your small business clients may lack the resources and/or knowledge or time to carefully manage the tax obligations and need your help. New or growing businesses will feature prominently in this group. Being prepared for future commitments can help your clients avoid spending funds that aren't truly available. And there's always the option of using a high interest account or a mortgage offset account if they're a sole trader with a mortgage to make their tax money work for them. You can start using this calculator partway through a financial year, but the start date for entering transactions must fall on the first day of a tax period. You enter opening balances of all unpaid amounts and a one-line summary of each BAS lodged before the start date. These summaries are used to make an estimate of tax payable on the return at the end of the year if you're using a PAYG instalment rate that's higher than the one on your BAS. To update your BAS estimates, you enter a summary of sales and purchases by date ranges that suit the needs of your business. Payroll estimates can be entered by payday for closer monitoring or alternatively summarized by tax period. When each tax type form has been prepared, you enter the actual amount payable and this will replace the estimate. And when a payment has been made, enter that amount to update the balance owing for that tax type for that period. The calculator includes a summary of all estimates, actuals, payments and balances remaining to compare with your available funds. This is the instructions screen from our calculator with an explanation of how it all works and a guide to the process. Navigation around the worksheet is via the links at the left-hand side fixed pane. There's also a summary of tax money below that. This next screen shows the 4 settings that must be reviewed before using the calculator along with some sample data. It's important to show PAYG installment rates for each period, indicate whether either GST or income tax is calculated on a non-cash basis, and enter the opening balances of all unpaid amounts at the end of the previous financial year. Our sample client is cash-based for both GST and income tax and has an outstanding income tax assessment for the previous financial year. This is the BAS estimate screen. Our start date was 1 January, so I've entered a one-line summary of each of the 2 BASs lodged to 31 December, and I've entered a summary of sales and purchases for the March quarter over 3 periods. The table shows in separate columns estimates for GST, the PAYG installment for your BAS, and extra tax that you estimate will be needed at the time of the financial year based on your own self-assessed and higher PAYG installment rate. This is the Payroll Estimates screen showing unpaid opening balances for PAYG withholding and super guarantee for December and details of the 1 monthly pay in the March quarter. And finally, the tax money screen shows a summary of all tax money by tax type and period grouped into tables for estimates, actuals, payments, and the balance of tax money. In our sample data, the tax money total for future payments includes BAS amounts for March, extra tax for the return at the end of the financial year based on a higher self-assessed PAYG installment rate, PAYG withholding for the month of March, and super guarantee for the March quarter. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up below. And don't miss any of our future videos by clicking on the subscribe button. Details are shown on the screen, so please feel free to contact us for any further information.